Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the event Understanding Substance Abuse, a CASA event organized by ISAVIT. The addicted stay high for a short term without realizing that the lift is temporary but the damage is permanent. The overuse of any substance which slowly harms the body can result in fatality. This session will include what is substance abuse, what are the causes, and how can it be treated. Now, Mukund will take over.
Substance abuse is a psychiatric disorder, also called as drug abuse. The substance abuse refers to the use of alcohol, tobacco, or several other drugs in amounts or by methods harmful for the individual or people around him. Some of these substances may have high medicinal values and can be used for treating several diseases, allergies, and infections. But when taken wrongly or in wrong amounts, they prove to provide more harm than good. These may provide temporary relief and pleasure, but long term effects are hazardous. They cause personality changes, depression, anxiety, and even attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. A person loses control over his mind and body and starts acting abnormally. He may also indulge in antisocial activities, which may land him in legal trouble. Once an individual gets involved in the continuous usage of such substances, they unknowingly become a need for the person's body. They are highly addictive, and over time, it gets more and more difficult to quit the usage. These conditions demand immediate medical attention and treatment, else can even prove to be deadly. It has been found that young people who continuously use these substances often experience an array of problems including academic difficulties, health related problems, poor peer relationships, and mental abnormalities, etc.
Hello everyone, my name is Perry and I'm going to take you through substances which are most often abused. Opiates. They act by binding to a variety of receptors that can influence mood, respiration, pain, blood pressure, endocrine function, and gastrointestinal functions. Stimulants. Stimulants are a class of drugs that speed up messages traveling between the brain and body. They can make a person feel more awake, alert, or energetic. Stimulants include caffeine, nicotine, amphetamines, and cocaine. Amphetamines. They have been widely used for their ability to combat fatigue, increase alertness, and suppress the desire for food. Sedative hypnotics. Sedative hypnotic drug products are a class of drugs used to induce and or maintain sleep. Anabolic steroids. These agents are used illegally to enhance physical appearance, athletic performance, and fighting ability. Marijuana. Marijuana use directly affects brain function, specifically the parts of brain responsible for memory, learning, attention, decision making, coordination, emotions, and reaction time. Marijuana may be ingested in a drink or in food. By far, the most common route of administration is smoking. Phencyclidine. The drug was developed in 1950s as an anesthetic. PCP is a mind-altering drug. This means it acts on your brain central nervous system and changes your mood, behavior, and the way you relate to the world around you. Hallucinogens. Potent substances that generally produce stimulation at a very low dose and hallucinations, delusions, depersonalization, and unpredictable behavior at higher doses. Some more commonly abused substances you may already know are as follows. Alcohol. Alcohol is a toxic and psychoactive substance with dependence producing properties. Nicotine. Nicotine increases the release of brain chemicals called neurotransmitters, which help regulate mood and behavior. Inhalants. Inhalants are breathed in to give the user an immediate rush or high. They include glues, pain thinners, dry cleaning fluids, etc.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dhruv. Like many mental health disorders, several factors may contribute to the development of drug addictions. The main factors are family history of addiction. Drug addiction is more common in some families, likely involves an increased risk based on genes. If you have a blood relative, such as a parent or sibling, with alcohol or drug addiction, you are at a greater risk of developing a drug addiction. The second major cause is mental health disorder. If you have a mental health disorder such as depression, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that is ADHD, or post traumatic stress disorder, you are more likely to become addicted to drugs. Using drugs can become a way of coping with painful feelings such as anxiety, depression, and loneliness, and can make these problems even worse. The third major cause for drug addiction is peer pressure. Peer pressure is a strong factor in starting to use and misuse drugs, particularly for young peoples. The fourth major cause is lack of family involvement. Difficult family situations or lack of bond with your parents or siblings may increase the risk of addiction, as can a lack of parental supervision also. The next cause is early use. Using drugs at an early age can cause changes in the developing brain and increase the likelihood of progressing to drug addiction. The next major cause for the drug addiction is taking a highly addictive drug. Some drugs, such as stimulants, cocaine, or opioid painkillers, may result in faster development of addiction than other drugs. Smoking or injecting drugs can increase the potential for addiction. Taking drugs considered less addicting, so called light drugs, can start you on a pathway of drug use and addiction.
Substance abuse are caused by multiple factors, including cultural and social factors, environmental causes, social pressure, individual personality, characteristics, psychiatric problem. But which of these factors has the biggest impact on any one person cannot be determined. Many people switch to drugs in order to control their family issue or other personal problem. People usually start taking drugs due to too much stress, but slowly they get addicted to drugs. Drug abuse can force a person to commit crimes such as theft, robbery, or even murder. Some causes are strong desire to use drugs or experimentation. Due to peer pressure, persuasive advertisement attracts especially tobacco and alcohol. Enhancement of performance in sports such as steroids. To assist in coping with life problems, alcohol is used to celebrate most occasions, to escape from emotional pain. Due to work pressure or job loss, persons start taking drugs to reduce the pain. Drugs and discord intermarriage can lead to drug abuse. A person uses drugs to change his mood or to feel better. Work pressure or target achieving and heavy competition also lead a person for drug abuse. Loneliness is also a problem which causes drug abuse, where a person has no friend or relatives to whom he can share his feelings.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be talking on treatment for drug abuse. Specific treatment for drug abuse or dependence will be treated by a doctor based on what's your age, what's your overall health, what has been your health history, extent of symptoms, extent of dependence, type of substance abused, your tolerance or specific medicines, procedures, therapies, expectations for the course of the condition, your opinion or preferences. A variety of treatment programs for substance abuse are available on an inpatient or outpatient basis. Programs considered are usually based on the type of substances abused. Detoxification and long-term follow-up management or recovery-oriented systems of care are important features of successful treatment. Long-term follow-up management usually includes formalized group meetings and psychological support system, as well as continued medical supervision. Individual and families physiotherapies are often recommended to address the issues that may be contributed to and resulted from development of a substance abuse. Moving on to the sixth treatment methods that had been proven successful in treating drug abuse. Detoxification. Medically assisted detox allows your body to get rid of addictive substances in a safe environment. This is beneficial because sometimes substance withdrawal can cause unpleasant or even life threatening physical symptoms. Because the detox does not treat the underlying behavioral causes of the addiction, it typically used in combination with other therapies. Cognitive behavior therapy. According to American Addiction Centers, cognitive behavioral therapy is a valuable treatment tool because it can be used for many different types of addiction, including but not limited to food addiction, alcohol addiction, and prescription drug addiction. Not only CBT helps you recognize your unhealthy behavioral patterns, but it also helps you to learn, identify triggers, and develop coping skills. CBT can be combined with other therapeutic techniques as well. Rational emotive behavior therapy. Rational emotive behavior therapy could help you recognize your negative thoughts and give you way to fight feelings of self defeat. The goal of rational emotive behavior therapy is to help you recognize that the power of rational thinking lies within yourself and is not related to external situations or stressors. Contingency management. Contingency management can be used to treat a wide variety of addiction, including alcohol, narcotics, and tobacco. Contingency management therapy reinforces your positive behavior by giving you tangible rewards. These rewards of treatment can be used successfully to fight replace, according to the National Institute of Drug Abuse. 12-step facilitation. 12-step facilitation therapy can be used to treat alcohol and substance abuse. It is a form of group therapy that includes recognition that addiction has several negative consequences that can be social, emotional, spiritual, and even physical. This type of therapy begins with acceptance, then moves on to the surrender to a higher power, and then eventually transitions to the involvement in consistent group meetings. Programs like Popular Alcoholic Anonymous use groups meetings for discussion and mutual support. Treatment with medication. Medication can play an important role in recovery when combined with behavioral therapies. Certain medications can be used to reduce craving and improve mood and reduce addictive behaviors. If you or a loved one are struggling with an addiction, you don't need to have to fight the battle alone. Talk to a medical professional, or there are many successful treatments available that can help you overcome your addiction.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining in for our event. Overall, in this event, we covered what substance abuse is, what are the causes, and how can it be treated. I hope you got to know a lot about these cases, especially about how to detect and how to understand substance abuse. I once again thank you all for joining and have a good day.